YouTube, it's your girl Kira Shanez and welcome back to my video. This is my second video and I am so happy if you're deciding to be here with me for the first time, and if this is your second time back, oh my god, hey, how are you? Where you been? Where I've been here, you know what's good. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is 5 things I've learned in my 3 months being locked, or something along those lines. That being said, without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's do this. It's been like a month. I've only had one video out, but it's been like a month since I made that video because I've just in a bad, very, very bad headspace lately, and I decided it's time to get back. We gotta get back in the game, we gotta bounce back. I have so many goals I've been looking at. I have a vision board on my phone. It's a little virtual vision board that really motivates me every day, and it's been making me feel like a piece of shit, I'm not gonna lie, because I've just been so depressed. You look at all this light I have right now. It's been so dark for the past month. I know it's winter, but only having 5 hours of daylight is really killing me. It's really killing me, and I don't know what to do about that other than get myself and get out. But it's cold as fuck, so I don't want to go out. But we're gonna figure it out. That's besides the point. Today's video is the 5 things that I've learned being locked up. I am coming up on my 3-month lock anniversary next week, actually, and I am so excited about that. I'm so excited to share that with you. In the past months that I haven't uploaded anything, I actually have been recording a couple videos. I did record my first retwist. If you can tell, pretty much all of that has unraveled, and I decided to let it be. Because it was my first time doing it, and I just felt like I wanted to do some more research before I actually went back in and retwisted it again. Plus, you know, as we all should know, over manipulation of your hair can really thin it out, so I just didn't want to do all that. So I decided that since it unraveled, I was just gonna let it do its thing, and I would go in for my 3-month retwist, because I didn't retwist that 2 months. We're doing our 3-month retwist, y'all, and I am so like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I really don't, there's no other words, honestly, sincerely. But into the actual video, let me stop rambling. I'm such a bad rambler. I'm so sorry. You're gonna hear me, you're gonna get me everywhere. What was I saying? And I can't talk. This is besides the point. Anyway, 5 things I've learned after being locked for 3 months. Number 1, keep your locks moisturized. I am not even gonna say anything other than I was so bad at doing this in the beginning, and my hair is now pretty dry, to say the least. But at the time, I was only moisturizing my hair in the first month and a half to 2 months every week, but I'd only moisturize my hair probably 1 or 2 days out of the week instead of every day out of the week or every other day out of the week like I am now. And I'm telling you, my hair got so freaking dry. Like, it was craving moisture. It was craving it. I left this shit thirsty. It was the Sahara Desert on my head, because this shit was dry as hell. But I finally got my act together. What I use to moisturize my hair, and I need to get me some rosewater oil. I need to get me some rose water. I think they just mix it with oil, but I need to get me some rose water so we could help keep our hair moisturized. Right now, all I'm using is water, argan oil, tea tree oil, and that's it primarily that I was using in the beginning. But since my hair got so dry, I decided to add in the TGIN daily moisturizer, but just like literally a little bit, a finger scoop into it, and it keeps my hair really moisturized now. I did it this morning, I do it every morning, I do it every night, and my hair is finally getting some life back into it, and I am so happy. I should also say that It does have a little bit of the Carol's Daughter Cocoa Moisture Mist Leave-In Conditioner in it. And let me tell you why I use that. I've had that for years, right? And my hair doesn't like it naturally because it's such a thin product. I'm more of a thick product type of girl. So I decided, since my hair didn't like it, maybe my locks will. Same thing, but my locks need more moisture and it needs to trap moisture. And as we know, thick creams can't really penetrate. So wouldn't the liquid, super light leave-in moisturizer work better? That's just my thinking. And from what I'm seeing so far, it does. So I'm very happy with that decision. But yes, moisturize your freaking hair every day, at least using the water and oil mixture. You should definitely get rose water though. It's supposed to really help moisturize your hair, and I definitely need to get one. I think I have one somewhere, but it's literally in the wind. So number 2, wear a protective wrap. Make sure you wear your bonnet. Make sure you wear your scarves. Do not leave your hair unprotected if you're going to bed. I did. Trust me, don't do it. There is so much lint in my hair and build up. After I did my retwist is when I really noticed it, because I use 2 different products, but we'll get into that in the next step. So I can actually see that there is so much buildup in the back of my head because I sleep typically on the side, so it's mostly right here. And just it looks so bad, and you don't want that hardship. You really don't, because I don't know how I'm gonna get that out. I have to wash my hair this week because my retwist is next week, but I really don't know if it's actually possible for me to get that out of my head. So do your due diligence and make sure you wear your protective bonnets, scarves, wraps. Do it. Just do it, okay? Obviously, also, it does protect from breakage, because I know your hair is getting ready to lock up, but you're still gonna experience breakage. You just don't wanna add the extra stress to your hair when you don't need to. You know what I mean? Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is what I was talking about a little bit before. Use lighter products or water soluble products when you're gonna do your hair. I used 2 different types of twisting gels when I did my first retwist. As I said before, they both unraveled, but I don't really blame the gel for that. I was mostly testing my gels to see if there was going to be a lot of buildup, and unfortunately there was. So the one that I used in the back of my head, I used on the blonde. Absolute worst. Shit ton of buildup. Cannot stand it. I'm putting the video out next week. I'm pretty sure it's the mango and lime one, but I'm not sure. So I'm putting the video out next week, and you're gonna see how we do with that. So I used those 2 gels. They both left me with some buildup, so I don't really recommend. I decided to do this experiment now because I'm at the beginning of my lock journey. So once I get to the end, I won't have so much buildup because I was dedicated to like one styling product. Because once I'm done with those, I do know people that use them and don't have buildup or don't have a problem with the buildup. So I'm just gonna give them away, honestly. And that'll just be that. That's the end of the day. I want them to be used. I don't want them to be wasted. Next retwist, I am using 2 different, because like I said, it's an experiment to see which gel works best when locking my hair during my retwist. So next week, I'll be using a aloe gel and the water and oil method to see which one works better for my hair. I have very little hopes for the water and oil method just because my hair is so new and it's barely locked up. Like, I'm just starting to bud. So I have very little hopes for that, but I'm like optimistic that it'll work, but I don't think it'll work. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely figure out, I would say, at the beginning stages of doing your hair, figure out which locking or twisting method gel will work best for you if you're planning on doing your retwist yourself, like I am. Tip number 4, try not to manipulate your hair and touch your hair too much. That's what everyone says. Again, something that I know I shouldn't do, but I'm really bad at, because no one can tell me shit about my locks. I am so happy I have locks. So I definitely be touching my locks all day, every day. Don't give a fuck. But you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. And all of these kind of go together. So don't manipulate your hair a lot, but especially do not dry twist your hair. This is one thing I did learn from someone who actually does locks. Do not dry twist your hair. Remember how I was saying that my hair, despite the fact that I did a retwist, started unraveling? Yeah, you should be retwisting it so it actually keeps the form, but you should be doing it moisturized. If you do it dry, it could lead to your hair breaking literally from the root and thinning out so bad. So make sure your hair is moisturized if you're gonna do your retwist or keep up with the retwist. You know what I mean? Make sure it's moisturized. Don't do it dry. You don't want your hair thinning off and then, because I've definitely seen people's hairs just like literally snap off, and that's scary. I don't want that. That's why I said that's another reason I decided to just let my hair be after it unraveled, because I'm trying to make sure these babies are nice and healthy and last forever. Trust me. So that was just a small tip. I really don't have anything else to say about that tip. You know you shouldn't be putting too much tension on your hair. I wear wigs, but I haven't done a protective style yet. I do plan on doing protective styles, but I plan on doing them when my locks mature a bit more, because I did see a video in her video that if you do protective styles in the early phase, your locks could come out thin instead of cylindrical. They could come out thin and flat, and I don't want that. So again, I'm doing everything I can to ensure my hair doesn't come out fucked up. Let that be known. 5. This is my very last tip. Number 5. Wash your hair. I see so many people on this side of the scale and that side of the scale. Don't wash your hair for 6 months. Don't wash your hair for 3 months. Don't wash your hair for 2 months. Wash your hair every month. What am I supposed to fucking do? Do what's best for you, is what I found out. Do what's best for your head, because not everyone's head is the same. Obviously, you shouldn't be really following this set plan, because you're not gonna fall into every category like everyone else. You know, everyone's got their own thing going on in their head. Some people have dry scalps, some people have really moisturized scalps. I happen to have a scalp that is pretty moisturized, so I don't have to wash my hair every week, but I do need to wash my hair at least every month, at the very least every month. I can't go 2-3 months without washing my hair. One, personally, my hair gets a lot of buildup, so it's dirty. Literally, it's dirty. 2, hopefully your hair doesn't, but dreads do hold sweat. If you're like exercising, because I do exercise, if you're exercising and shit, you're obviously gonna wash your hair because your hair is holding your sweat, and your locks will, I think, because I have experienced it. Obviously, I've only been locked for 3 months, but I've seen it on some other people. Your locks will start to stink. You need to wash your hair, especially if you're working out. Wash your hair. Number 3, this is my last one for why you should wash your hair. I know, all of us who started locks have started, and the itchiness. That's the reason I decided to wash my hair. I washed my hair after 1 month, and then after that first month, I decided I'm gonna wash my hair every 3 weeks. So I've done 2 washes so far. This week is gonna be my 3rd wash. I've done 2 washes so far. This week's gonna be my 3rd wash. And so I wash my hair primarily every 3 weeks, and that's good for me. It works for me. Keeps my hair moisturized. And washing your hair apparently is actually good for your dreads. It goes along with wetting your hair every day. You're just keeping your hair moisturizer, but cleansed at the same time. I wouldn't wash my hair every day because your hair doesn't need to be cleaned every day, but your hair does need to be moisturized every day. So personally, I see the logic in how it works. You know what I mean? But yes, those are my 5 tips that 3-month locks. Again, do your own research. Everybody's different. This is what's working for me right now. I'm not going to say this is going to work for me a couple months in. I'm not even going to say that this is going to be my same routine. I mean, like, a lot of these are just definitely. I'm always gonna protect my hair. Like I said, I was bad at it. I've learned my lesson. Sometimes you gotta learn your lesson. So if you don't want to do any of these things, you can figure it out. And you'll figure out what works for you, honestly. That's what it is. That's what I did. I figured out what works for me, and I'm just sharing it with you guys so your lock journey a little easier. And yeah, those are my 5 tips. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk on locks, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, next video will be my 3-month retwist video. So I am gonna show you how my first month retwist went. Like I said, they all unraveled, and I think it went really poorly. So next month we are gonna see what we learned, because in the front was better than the back. So we're gonna see what we learned. You'll see all that then, you know. Okay, all right, love you.